Now recognizes Mr. Sessions from Texas.
Mr. Chairman, thank you very much. To my two former colleagues, I would welcome you back, and I know that this is something that is not as easily done, and I recognize that. I want to thank our Methodist preacher for being here. I want to put in some context what you've heard today, and that is probably to both of you, not a lot has changed up here. We're still trying to play the gotcha game. We're still people are trying to do their job. That's what we are trying to do here. We come back and talk about children, yet we forget that President Biden, President Obama had tens of thousands, 800,000 children that were lost by them that President Trump is still trying to find. We talk about not trusting ICE, which is a federal component, and yet the Boston bombers caused chaos. I can't imagine why we wouldn't want to form up a relationship instead of saying ICE is no good, we don't want you. It is the federal component. So with all that said, in fairness to each of you, you've heard what we've said today. So I would ask you, Governor, and then I will say it right up front, I was kind of hoping that you might show up, or both of you might show up, because you're a Methodist preachers here, and say, we didn't do everything right. We think there were a lot of things done wrong. We think we want to learn. We come and ask that you understand that this is something that happened in our midst. My Methodist preacher, I'm a global Methodist. My Methodist preacher meets with me pretty often and makes sure that he knows and I know I look for balance, I look for fairness, I look for objectivity, and I know you've not been placed in a very good position now, but I got 3 minutes left. Governor, what did we do wrong here? How do you want to set that record straight? Because otherwise it's going to be a he said against you guys, and I want you to tell me, where did we get it wrong on this side?
Well, Congressman, I appreciate that, and I do say...
and you and I are friends.
We are, and I've said it publicly before. We disagreed on some issues, but we had a lot of conversations on the floor. Look, I think I agree with you. As governor, I've taken accountability for this. I'm not going to run again. I need to spend the time fixing this. This does undermine trust in government. Do I wish there were things that could have happened earlier? Yes, but in this job, wish didn't do it. I'm looking into where I see it. I can tell you this, Congressman, that the safeguards we're putting in place are going to make a difference. I think other states can use them. I think one of the things is, I asked if helping in the partnership piece of this, understanding that this happens in all states. I'm certainly not proud this happened. I certainly understand it happened on my watch. Whether it predated me or not, I'm here. I think some of the things is there's some legal changes we need around Medicaid eligibility issues that you're talking about that actually might get at this, because I would hope, Congressman, you and I agree, these programs are valuable and they need to go to the people who need them. And we need to stop the fraud that's in there. And I'm trying to explain to you what we did from the beginning. These people continue to be a moving target, and they are very sophisticated.
Is there still a problem?
Is there still fraud happening?
Is there still a problem we'll say in Minnesota? I know we're not.
I think there's more work to be done. Yes, I will tell you that. And we're working on it. I have a package that I introduced last week. One of the things that I think is going to be helpful, and I know you're working on it up here, is the ability to use AI. It's the pre-screening. What you don't want to hear from us is, and I don't want to hear, that we're arresting people after they did it. We need to stop it before it happened. And
I agree with some of that.
We're moving.
We do need to arrest them, however.
We do. But if we're just continuously chasing our tails, it's like I said, if you arrest
well, I'd like to keep working with you, because we've got to stop this. And so
I would welcome that.
If you put together a list that we can send to other governors and say, here's what we did.
That's
General.
That's fantastic.
Congressman Sessions, let me just say thank you for your question. I absolutely think there is more that all of us can do to protect the public dollar and get the money where it was intended to go. There are all kind of ways to make sure.
Yes, sir, but we're talking about the lessons learned. Are you going to show up today and take, as the governor did, and say, we made a mistake, I owe an apology to people, we believe that what you've tried to do today to defend, I'm not trying to put you in a corner, General. I'm trying to get you, because we're sitting here trying to get to where we're going to go.
I can assure you, Congressman, that I am here to work to improve this system, and there are improvements that can be made. And your offer to work on a bipartisan basis to solve this fraud crisis, I am all in. And if we can get out of fixing the blame and get to fixing the problem, that would be an enormous thing for me. And I thank you for asking.
Well, it's my hope that you will know that being here today, we're doing our job, other people doing their job, but we've got to get to where we can then say, and here is the problem, and we'll take, so Governor did, I accept responsibility, and let's get on to fixing this, because tomorrow is a new day. Mr. Chairman, I appreciate the time.
Yes,
I
sir.
yield back my time.
Thank you.